up, Abe?
Today is Chris's big day. I said big day. Today the vlog is on Chris. 24/7, everything he does. If it's the bathroom, I'm there. Eric has made it to today's vlog. They are currently moving rims that are not on any of our cars.
It used to be on Eric's Jeep.
Said no one ever.
Look at this big strong man.
Yeah, putting our employee Hayden to shame.
I just keeps adding more editing.
Huh?
You just keep adding more editing.
Why?
Yeah, every time you curse, I gotta bleep it out. That's another one.
Come with me as I show you my crib.
Good.
Pete looks a little darker than usual.
I do.
7 months you just spent in Florida.
Yeah, I just got back from Guantanamo Bay.
Are you ready to go to elite?
And he has to edit everything.
This is going to be a really choppy interview.
Yeah.
37 curse words in like a matter of just walking to the back and coming back here.
All right, Chris, what are we doing today?
We're off to Elite Motorsports to check on our Ferrari.
All right, so we're gonna give you guys a little backstory as to why we got the white 458. A lot of people don't realize what goes on behind the scenes of, you know, exotic car rentals.
Yeah, so our cars get used so much that the miles get up there, and once the miles start reaching a point where the car doesn't feel new anymore, we'll trade it in for a much lower mileage one. So our red one was approaching like 20,000 miles, so this one has significantly less than half.
Is that like a lot on an exotic car?
It's more than on a regular car. It's more wear, I guess you'd say, than like if you had a regular car. 20,000 miles is nothing, but for one of our cars, it's more miles than we like to keep them at. They get used pretty hard. They get rented. They get driven on the track. So we don't want to give anybody a car that has any problems or potential problems. We want to make sure that they're not going to have any issues during their time with it, whether it's on the track or it's on the street. Some cars we buy are brand new. We buy, maybe half the cars we buy are brand new. The other half are pre-owned. Most of the time we'll buy like a certified pre-owned car from a dealership. Like our new S-Class we bought was certified pre-owned from Mercedes. But sometimes we'll buy a car that's not certified, and sometimes it takes a little bit of reconditioning to get it up to our standards. So the car was, even though it was very low mileage and is in perfect condition, it was a Miami car. So
gotcha.
the car had 22-inch, what was the brand? Forgiato.
Okay.
Had 22-inch Forgiato wheels, and the car was lowered on the stock suspension. Ferraris and Lamborghinis have adjustable coilover suspension from the factory. So this car was lowered on the factory suspension, and it had some big old wheels. That part we wanted to change, so we put a set of stock wheels on the car. We're having the car raised and aligned back to the factory specification, so it can be driven in New York and not Miami. In New York, we don't have the best roads, and so we want people to not have to worry about bending a wheel or scraping the front or not having a lot of fun in the car. So we're returning the car to its factory condition. Good things about the car is it has a full Capristo exhaust system and a Capristo clear engine cover. So it's really, really cool because you can't get a clear engine cover with the convertibles from the factory. So you have to add it if you want to get it. So this car already had it, and it sounds awesome. It's super, super loud. It's even louder than our previous one with the Rift exhaust, which is also a great exhaust, much better than stock, but this one like screams. It's really loud.
That's crazy. We're gonna have to get some video.
So we're leaving that. haircut and everything.
Yeah, you got a haircut just for this. For all the ladies on YouTube.
YouTube sensation.
No, this is for our OnlyFans.
Oh, even better.
Only men's.
Even better.
We're gonna lift her up a little bit so that the rental people don't tear off the bumper.
That's fair.
She's a little low, so we're gonna jack it up. Set it up.
So the reason why Joe is doing this is because our car is so low that it won't even fit on their lift, which is built for exotic cars. So Joe, is adjusting the height on factory coilovers the same as adjusting it on aftermarket coilovers?
Yeah. But you really don't want to adjust factory coilovers because they're dampened or they're adjusted from the factory for the proper dampening for a better ride.
So how will you know what the factory height to make it that is?
Good old Uncle Lugal.
Nice.
Adjusting factory coilovers isn't the best idea.
I wouldn't recommend it. It's already changing.
You want to go lower, get some springs or whatever. Don't adjust.
By the way, we're assuming it was adjusted on factory coilovers. But
They look factory. I don't see any aftermarket.
You have to take the whole coilover off to adjust it, or you just...
you shouldn't have to take it off.
You shouldn't have to take it out. You should be able to just spin the adjustment collar.
Yeah, like hold the spring. So this is what we want to see, because we also want to see the Capristo exhaust that's under it. It's actually pretty good. Oh, this is scraped. This bottomed out a little bit.
Well, the car's so low.
Yeah.
Some scrape armor.
Scrape armor.
Where do you buy scrape armor?
I think Cloud9 Exotics is actually an authorized dealer.
It's actually true.
Yeah.
We are an authorized dealer of scrape armor.
In-house installation and everything.
Yeah.
I think we need that. That's so good.
You brought the adjustment collar all the way to the bottom where there's no further adjustment.
So it's at the lowest point?
It's at the lowest point that you could possibly make it, which is cool for Miami, where there's no bumps.
And what it does is you have to lower the locking one and then just raise the top one. And you just make the spring.
And that's pretty much at the lowest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can't really go that much lower. All right, so for people that don't understand why having a lowered car in New York and as a rental car is a problem,
Okay,
can you help us explain why?
sure. So this 458 has a coilover suspension
Yeah.
where you can see these perches, you can adjust the ride height based on where the spring sits.
Yes.
So this car being in Miami prior was slammed to the ground, but with New York roads, that's not a good combination.
That's too low.
It's way too low.
How
So
you making it higher?
We're raising it by adjusting these perches, and essentially compressing the spring so the ride height of the car goes up. So same with the rear, I'll show you. Same setup in the back, perches on the bottom. This one, believe it or not, is not slammed, surprisingly. So this could even go lower in the back, but they probably didn't lower it because the front is already maxed out.
Okay,
So
that's the
now
low.
we're raising it a few inches just to get it back to stock height, and that way it'll
It's fine to adjust it on stock suspension, or no?
up to a certain point. Yes.
Okay,
you
so
can.
it's not a big deal. It's not going to impact the way the car performs or drives.
Well, it
if by
depends on
doing
the shock,
this.
but the lower the car with stock suspension, it's going to handle
Yeah.
accordingly.
Okay, so
Ride will
renters
be-
shouldn't be worried that we're raising it back.
No, absolutely.
It'll be better.
It'll ride better for them.
Ryan, I am trying to record an outro and not get copywritten. Ryan, we can't afford to lose out on the monetization on this videos. That's how you get paid, bro. That's how you get paid. That's how we fill up these cars. So stop with the music, all right? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Heck is Hayden? Ryan, as if you've seen Hayden, he needs to film the outro.
He was just here. I don't know about.
Any Hayden? No.
All right, guys, this is the end of today's video. As you guys can see, we have finally got it back to factory ride height, our Ferrari 458. It is ready to rent and it's ready for the track. So I'll see you guys in the next episode.